Hi everyone, it's Sue Plumb here, and I'm here today sharing my first ever scrapbooking process video with you. Please be gentle because it is my first time. I am a process video virgin. So today I'm sharing a layout that I created for Flutterby Designs using the Good Vibes Only collection, which was released a little while ago. And I'm also using the Flutter Colour acrylic paints, which are bright, beautiful. I just love them. So as you can see, I started my page with some cardstock and spread it on my acrylic paint using a wide brush. There's no real method to my madness here. I just slapped it on. I knew what colours I wanted to use, but I didn't really have a page design in mind. So after I went over it with a brush, I then switched to using a brayer and rolled some green across the top of the yellow that I'd already put down. And I then moved on to my favourite tool, which are my fingers. Now, anyone that's done a class with me before knows that I say fingers make the best brushes, and don't ever be afraid to get your hands dirty. Just get your fingers in there and spread your paint around. So once I had all my paints down on my page, I pulled out the Be a Pineapple stencil, which is also from Flutterby Designs, and some Colour Blast colour paste. And I just added some pineapples randomly around my page. As you can see, I applied the paste to 3 areas of my page. You'll notice that I work based on the rule of 3. So I add 3 of a lot of things to my page. So there's 3 areas of stenciling there on my page, which I just dried off a bit with the heat gun. Not entirely, they were still a little bit tacky, but I'm quite an impatient scrapper and I don't like waiting around for things to dry. So long as they're a little bit touch dry, I'm happy to move on. So once I had the paste down, I then moved on to some Colour Blast Colour Artist ink. The colour I'm using there is called Grass. It's a nice grass green. So I just used the dropper from the bottle and splattered it across my page, tipped the page up, let it run down a bit, just basically let it do its own thing. Dried it off with the heat gun, dabbed it off with some paper towel, and as you can see, again, fairly impatient. And that was it. Time to move on to the next step. So I grabbed the photo, which I'd already pre-matted, and I also had put some cardboard on the back of it to help pop it up from the page. I then flicked through the Good Vibes Only Everyday Etc. cards. Picked out a couple that I wanted to use. I've got one there that I used as a mat behind my photo. Then I'm just cutting up some other bits and pieces there to layer behind the photo. Who doesn't love pineapples, right? How cute are they? Had it on an angle. No, don't like the angle. Move it around, fiddle, fiddle. Now, you'll see when it comes to securing things on my page, I am a lazy scrapper. So at the moment, those pieces are being held in place with the tacky colour paste that I already had on my page. I will actually secure them properly using a stapler, but I tend to avoid using tape wherever I can because it's quite tedious. There I am fiddling around with the piece that I used for my title. So I just fussy cut that from one of the Flutterby Everyday Etc. cards. There I go with my long arm stapler. I absolutely love my long arm stapler. Love, love, love. There it is, all secured in place. Okay, time to whack the photo down, figure out where that's going to go. No, didn't want that bit. So anyone that knows me knows that I love embellishing directly onto my photos. So as you can see, there was a bit of negative space. Well, really, it was a table full of beers. In the corner of my photo, so I chose to put my title there. I'm also adding some frayed gauze to the layers behind my photo. I love adding gauze to my layouts. It just adds a bit of soft texture. It's another element to look at. Stapled it in place, stick the photo on top. Easy. Okay, time to embellish the layout. So there's my title piece there. Now, because I was sticking it on the corner of my photo, and my photo was actually mounted up on that bit of cardboard, I had to add a little bit of foam tape to the corner of it, just so that it would sit level on the page. So fiddling around with my foam tape there, getting my gauze where I wanted it to be, and now stick that little title piece in place and go on with embellishing my layout. So there are probably a few of you out there who are having a little bit of a chuckle at the moment, knowing that I've actually made this process video, because I did resist doing this for quite some time. I do have a lot on my plate. I'm on a number of teams, so I resisted making process videos for some time. But here I am caving into peer pressure. So there'll be some of you either laughing or clapping your hands, one of the two. So I'm embellishing my layout there. I've stuck on a few stickers from the Good Vibes Only sticky quotes sheet, and I'm also tearing up some little bits of washi tape that were in the Good Vibes Only kit that was released. I love using little bits of washi all over my layouts. That's also a Flutterby Designs flare button that I've added there. I just used the Scotch tacky glue on the back of those from my fine line bottle. And now I'm coming in with some Flutterby Designs wood veneer pieces and some more sticky quotes. So the story behind this photo is it was actually taken on Australia Day. It's myself, my hubby, and a couple of our friends. The pineapples are relevant to the theme of this page because we went to a local event and there was actually a pineapple throwing competition. So I thought, yeah, this pineapples would work for this page. I also went with a bit of a green and gold colour theme, given that it was Australia Day. More glue. Another wood veneer piece there. So as you can see, I was working fairly quickly on this day. I was pretty impressed with myself how quickly I pulled this one together, given that I went in with no real plan. Admittedly, I did have my supplies sort of laid out in front of me so I could grab things quickly and easily. Oh, there I am pointing out my rule of threes again. So as you can see, I've got 3 wood veneer pieces there. I'm also adding on 3 little quotes. 1, 2, 3, pointing them out, 1, 2, 3. And I've put on some enamel dots as well. And I've also applied those in 3 sections of my page. I really love the rule of threes. It helps to balance your page. Now I was looking at my page and I was thinking, oh, it needs a bit more black. Because of the black in the photo and the black title words, I felt it needed a little bit more black just to help bring it all together. So I'm using the Flutterby Designs tiny sticky quotes there. They're the black ones. They also come in white. The hardest problem with using those is deciding which ones to use. So again, I'm just adding a little bit more black to my page. I've gone in with some Colour Blast Colour Artist ink again. This is Soot, the black one. And just a small brush, and I'm just putting some random splatters around the page just to put a little bit more black on that page. And you can see how that's bringing it all together, bringing the colours together. Drying it off with a heat gun before I go in to do my journaling, just so I don't smudge it. Excuse my head leaning in the way there. And looking at it and thinking, oh, it just needs one more thing. So I grabbed one of my Typo roller stamps. And I'm just stamping on some phrases there. And I was pretty happy with that. I'm calling that done. Thanks for sticking with me for my first ever process video. I hope you give me a thumbs up. I would love some constructive criticism. I've popped some close-ups on the end here for you. Thanks so much for watching my virgin video today. Although I guess I can't really wear that title now. I'll pop the links to all my other social media channels and the products that I've used below. Hopefully, with a bit of encouragement from you lot, I'll make another video at some stage. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them below. Bye.